Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second series on the night. We are going to be having some Division C action coming your guys' way. Tonight, I'm joined on the desk by a red-haired Oost.
Okay.
Welcome back to the stream, bro. How you feeling?
Very red. I don't know about you, but very red.
Hey, man, listen, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. But like I said, tonight we have some Division C action. As I mentioned previous to the intermission, both of these teams literally played on stream yesterday. This does not happen often. Both these guys going to be on stream twice within the first week. That's crazy work right there. But W them for getting their stuff scheduled and in the stream schedule. Greek Squad versus Plastered Plats, and like we'll cover in a short second here. Actually, I might as well just go to it now. Both of these teams actually won in their first, technically week number 1. For those of you that don't know, because there's 10 teams in this division, there's what we call an ASAP match, where basically they have to play it ASAP at some point in their season, just because there's 10 teams in 8 weeks, or maybe however that maths out. But so both of these teams did win yesterday. So both these teams are now going to be 1-0 on the season. And unfortunately, some of the stats and replays got corrupted, so the actual stats aren't going to be in there, but just know that both of them are 1-0 on the season. Let's go ahead and jump into who is on both of these teams. First, we got the Plastered Plats, like I said, 1-0 on the season, captained by a man that has won it all. I believe has a 100% success rate on winning land. I think he's been in the league 2 seasons and he's won it both times, or maybe 3 times. Maybe he hasn't won. I don't know. I get mixed up. All I know is that he's won at least twice in like 2 or 3 seasons, or maybe 4. But either way, Dracula has been a dominant player in this league for some time now, and he is joined by a DCRL veteran of JD Bauer Power, who has been around for quite some time now. He's going to bring that experience to this team. And then Nordic Stu, who's getting his name called in Division C all the way from Division D last semester. And they played fantastic yesterday, so we'll see if they can repeat what happened last night here tonight. But their opponent is going to be Greek Squad, and I'll let Oost talk a little bit about these boys.
Yeah, this Greek Squad team, captained by Philandro, with Woodsfoil and MJ as his second and third man, respectively. Woodsfoil, I believe, was in Div C last season. I believe MJ was. I think all these players were in Div C last season, I believe so, if I remember correctly. I was to say, I thought Woodsfoil was in Div D, because I think his team ran my pockets, but I think that was Statertown, but yeah, I mean, these teams all Div C last season. I'm surprised they all end up on the same team, staying in the same division. But I mean, they seem to be playing their own, being 1-0 going into their second game. So
correct. And another point I did want to make here, and Dracula, I was planning to make this point, but I did forget. MJ on this Greek Squad team and Dracula, the captain of this Plastered Plats, actually won their division last semester together. So now once championship teammates now going to be enemies here tonight, which is going to be an interesting stat line to follow. But we're a little bit behind schedule, so we're going to go ahead and cruise through this one. Oost, what's going to be your prediction for this matchup?
This might seem a little bit controversial, but I think Plastered Plats taking in 4.
Plastered Plats in 4s. You got Dracula taking. I think that's a pretty good bet. I predicted this Plastered Plats team to be pretty high in the rankings all season long. They're looking very good. I know Dracula, he's a proven winner. JD Bauer, he's going to have that experience. And I was super, super high on Nordic Stu last semester, so that's a very safe bet if I do say so myself. But you know me, I'm never going to agree with my co-caster. I'm going to go with Greek Squad. Philandro, Woodsfoil, and MJ. MJ is another one of those players that just finds himself in these winning positions over and over again. I think he has 2 or 3 championships under his belt at this point. I think it's 2. But either way, that's 2 more than 90% of everybody in our league. So MJ, a proven winner. Philandro made it all the way to land last semester. Unfortunately, did fall short. And he's going to have that Unk experience as well. I'm going to say Greek Squad going to take this one. I'm going to say in 4 as well. I think I could see a 4-game series either way. Looks like one of our mods, Puppy Omega Blaze, started up some predictions. So if you guys do want to make your own predictions on this match, you're going to have a short few seconds to go here while I wait for a ready from everybody else. So it looks like we're ready. I'm going to go ahead and get this show on the road. Make sure you get your boost in your used up here on the prediction. And we will be getting into this one very, very shortly. Oost, you're in Div C this semester, correct?
Yep. Captain of Conflict of Interest.
I'd love to see it. So you're going to help me out tonight with this Div C matchup. I don't know as much about some of these guys, but game number 1 getting underway.
Yeah, started off right with a bad. Dracula taking it up in the air, trying to get the ball cleared down the field. Does kind of end up in Woods' foil lap as he does get it over 1, but Nordic Stew able to shut down anything. This is all 3 Greek squad players sitting right in their corner, seeming a little bit awkward right off the bat, but it's just booming around a little bit as JD Bauer goes up. Both players go miss. A free ball for Dracula. Tries to put a shot on, but it goes right to JD Bauer as he does get the redirect into the net on a backflip or a side flip.
I don't know, but either way, that's an insane pass. I think he was trying to shoot it, but it doesn't matter. JD Bauer in the perfect spot. And something I want you guys all to pay attention to for the rest of this series is JD Bauer powers cams. He is his hobby or whatever his passion is lights and light shows and stuff like that. I think he has a custom coded program so that whenever he scores or his team scores or the game win, stuff like that, I think he's got a light show that goes on in his cam. So fun little thing, little side plot of our league. Love JD Bauer power and what he's done. And a great goal there to get this game 1 off started right.
Yeah, it's kind of the talk of the town for the DSU portion of DCRL. Like, everybody's talking about his light shows. They're always really cool to see.
It is so cool, bro. At LAN, it was even more cool, bro. That added actually so much. I love to see that. Just again, another one of those things of like what makes DCRL so cool. Everybody helps out and brings something to the league that you never expect, and that was one of them. That was awesome. But we're back to this Rocket League game. Looks like we might get a goal here. Woodsfoil finds the right side of that net, bangs it off the post, and Greek squad with an answer back, tying this game up 1-1.
Yeah, it's just really unfortunate for Dracula. He got kind of caught out in no man's land right in front of his net. Just flat-footed.
Yeah, we'll see if they can try an answer back here. This kickoff almost goes right into Greek squad's net there. That's a good dunk there by JD. He's trying to keep the pressure up on his opponent's side of the field. Nordic, again, just being annoying, waiting this out, trying to find an angle. MJ, luckily, is there to make a save. Woodsfoil going to take this up the wall. Gets a nice pinch up around 1, but can't find a follow-up touch. Luckily, Philandro going to come and pick up the slack here. Dracula makes a touch into his own corner here. Stalls out for now. Woodsfoil going to find a touch midfield. MJ has an angle. Unfortunately, can't get over top of that ball. And ball's going to go into this orange half.
Man. Nordic Stew ripping it downfield. JD Bauer out in front trying to find a bump. This ball goes rolling in front of the net. Nordic Stew on 0 boost, unable to find a touch. Woodsfoil taking control, trying to get this ball downfield. It's going to go towards net, but JD Bauer able to clear it out. But he does go missing on the follow-up. Nordic Stew with a great touch to get it downfield, right to Dracula. This might be on. Woodsfoil able to recover, get back. It's Nordic Stew putting it mid for one of his teammates. They both double commit, and unfortunately does go back into their corner. However, Dracula able to shut it down in order to be able to get away with the shot. As Woodsfoil takes control up into the air, goes to the backboard, sends out for one of his teammates. Nordic Stew gets great clear downfield as Philandro will try and take control.
Yeah, MJ gets a nice, trying to get it cleared out here. JD Bauer going to have a free touch. Going to pop it off this sidewall here. Not a great follow-up. MJ goes missing. It's going to be awkward. Luckily, again, Philandro going to be there to pick up the slack. We saw Dracula last night. He had a very solid performance, shooting lights out from anywhere on the field. So far, scoreless. A couple minutes into this game number 1 as MJ gets it clear down, but does give away possession. JD going to try and pop this up off the sidewall. Not the best follow-up. Allows Woodfoil to put this into this blue half. Dracula looking to corral this one. Gets a touch around 1, baits it out. Maybe looking for another. Cannot do it. MJ. Again, both these teams just looking a little bit nervous right now. That's a great pass from Dracula and JD. That connection looking like it might be a strong one.
Yeah. Dracula and JD Bauer are just finding each other right now. These are some great passing plays between these two players. This team might just be the #1 seed in this division. As Dracula clears out the ball, but it's straight to MJ, but he's on 0 boost. He is able to pop it out mid for Philandro. Philandro takes a shot, but it's right at Dracula as he's able to clear it out of the corner and try and play control. As this ball is booming back and forth into the midfield. It's Woodsfoil now controlling it in his own corner. Passes it to MJ, who's on full. Does go missing to give it back to Woodsfoil. 1v1 situation. Now he's got control, gets a flick, but not around JD Bauer as he gets the second save. A follow-up shot. Dracula now trying to get it downfield for his teammates.
Just a beautiful series of saves there for JD Bauer Power. 1v2 situation! And he does it on the opposite side of the field. Light show goes off. And man, oh man, JD Bauer Power, a standout game so far. Gets 2 crazy important saves in a 2v1 situation. Goes down on the other side and gets a goal. Plastered Plats now with the lead with 35 seconds to go. Greek Squad going to try and battle back. One thing I have noticed is Greek Squad are very good at picking up each other's slack. You know, if somebody makes a mistake, the next person is there. That's going to be a shot from MJ, but no power on that. Nordic Stew denies it easily. Trying to find that boost. That's a great pot from Woodsfoil. Gets it around 1. It's going to go up off the backboard. Philandro's up for it. An insane shot from the captain of Greek Squad with 16 seconds to go. An amazing play. You know, balls to the wall, put everything on the table. Greek Squad ties it up.
Unsung warrior here, MJ. I think he got a bump on JD while he was in net. So just completely open up the net for Philandro for that amazing double touch. Tries to set it up again for Woodsfoil. Is able to possibly steal the game here. What a play.
It's just a complete reversal. Plastered Plats with 16 seconds to go. We're in the lead. And now we're with 8 seconds to go. And Greek Squad have 2 back-to-back unanswered goals. And all of a sudden find themselves in a winning position. This might be another kickoff goal. Can Philandro save it? He can. Puts it to the side. It's not over yet. Dracula has a chance. But an insane save from the third man of Greek Squad, MJ. And Greek Squad come out on top. Wow, what a steal. They completely took that game right from under Plastered Plats' hands there, and it's just an insane game. Taking game #1 now, 1-0 on the series.
Yeah, they actually just ripped the rug out from underneath Plastered Plats to steal that game.
Oh man, and then off the back of JD Bauer, who had an insane game as well. I mean, look at this first goal here, backflip, perfect shot there. You know, we saw the defense come out from him as well, but it was not enough. Just the consistency and the what do you want to call it? Just the want from Greek Squad to win this game. They just seemed like they wanted it more. So many good touches. And just that shot from Philandro as well was just absolutely insane to tie it up.
What a read.
Yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful stuff there. Looks like MJ did crash, so we'll probably take a quick little, not an intermission, but a quick little break here as we get MJ back in the game. But listen, I think we got ourselves a series here, Oos. I mean, by all means, Plastered Plats probably should have won that game, but I mean, Greek Squad just wanted it more. Both these teams showing very, very good signs in this series so far.
Yeah, this is definitely be an exciting series. I think this one goes the distance.
I hope so. I hope so.
Like, win 4 prediction that I had before the first game started, that one's out the window. I think this one's going to 5 if I'm allowed to change my prediction.
Not allowed, not allowed. We both said 4, but hey, you never know. You still never know. You still never know, but
that is true.
Yeah, we're still waiting on MJ to get in the game. And again, I've just been very impressed with the connection from Dracula and JD Bauer Power so far. I think we saw that yesterday as well. Those two guys look like they're going to be finding each other all season long. And then how can Nordic Stew fit in basically and be that glue between the two? That is going to be the name of the game for this Plastered Plats team. And then Greek Squad, I was pretty impressed with Woodsfoil there as well. Had a couple of great setups on top of especially that game-tying goal with Philandro. Either way, both these teams, like I said, looking very, very good so far. I think we're looking at 2 teams that are going to be towards the top of this division, Oost.
Yeah, these. I'd be surprised if. I wouldn't be surprised if both these teams make land.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. I think we see a very good chance either way. And W Omega Blaze correcting me. Technically, both these teams are actually 1-0. I forgot about that. Technically, even though we're in week 1, so both these teams 1-0. I changed it on the overlay. But game number 2 going to be getting underway here, and the pressure already on for Greek squad. But ball going to go the other way. But it's a great controlling touch from Philandro. We saw Philandro's performance last season in actually Div B on who was it, Paskey, and I forget who their third was, but either way, we saw his performance. He was proven. He made it all the way to LAN. We know he's going to be a solid player all season long. I'm a big fan of both these teams. I'm not even too sure who the club owners are for both these guys, but they definitely have themselves a couple golden stars here. And
oh no!
Wow. As I'm saying that both these teams deserve a golden star, you see JD Bauer Power with a uncharacteristic whiff, and then I think Nordic Stew is just a little bit caught off guard by the whiff there, and just decides to put it in his own net. Say screw it. We're gonna give Greek Squad an early lead, and we'll see what comes from that. But that's an unfortunate start for Plastered Plats. Hopefully they can try and regain from that mistake.
They got to give themselves a little bit of a challenge. But Nordic Stew booming it downfield. His whole team does look like they are possibly on low boost here, but trying to get a good reset as JD puts a shot mid. Nobody there really for a follow-up as Philandro tries to stay in front of it. Let's get by him as MJ tries to get a follow-up. Missing names, Dracula trying on a bump. JD collecting in his corner. Does jump for it, interestingly. As it almost does end up in a goal. Luckily, Dracula was there to clean it up. This was foiled. Trying to boom it back into the box. Does go missing on a follow-up. But Philandro's there to try and clean up. This ball spills on mid again for MJ. Philandro once again trying to take over. Goes up into the air. Off the ceiling maybe? Doesn't quite get the collection off the ceiling like he wanted. But this mounting pressure from Greek Squad is going to be a problem if these Plastered Plats don't do something soon.
Yeah, for sure. We've actually seen, feels like Plastered Plats have been on their back heel. Their defensive rotations are holding strong so far, though, as they hang on for dear life, as they're trying and find some offense here. Dracula pops it off the corner, but Philandro off the backboard keeps it. The midfield presence from JD Bauer Power is there. Woodsfoil has a free touch, but again, possession is kind of given away back and forth. MJ bangs it down the field. Is there anybody on the back? We're not quite, but it doesn't matter. Dracula with a great touch. Philandro trying to hold on here, trying to find another one. Nordic Stew going to put one on net. It's going to go off the crossbar. No follow-up, and what a save. I don't even know who that was, but either way.
I think it was MJ.
I think it was. That's the most MJ save I've ever seen in my life. Woodsfoil a chance here. Can he find the angle? Not quite. And man, the pressure from Greek Squad is just insane right now. They have all of the momentum.
Yeah. Oh, and that's an unfortunate touch from JD as Nordic Stew jumped as well. As the whole team's trying to collect boost. Philandro gets a good demo to collect the ball for himself. Tries to go 1v3. Almost the first man, but JD's there to recover. As that's on net. Nordic Stew with a good pass out to JD. JD to Dracula. Dracula with a shot. Woodsfoil able to pop it above the net on a save. Does get demoed for his efforts, though. JD trying for a shot, does put it down, maybe trying mid for his teammates, but Philandro is able to shut it down. Dracula, backwards! Trying with the back foot, doesn't quite work out for him, but this ball rolled back into the Plastered Plats corner.
Shot is on! MJ able to capitalize! I don't know who that was in the net. They were not expecting the shot from MJ. He's off the sidewall. A fantastic shot from him. Nordic Stew kind of caught on his back foot there, just not ready for any sort of pressure there. And Greek Squad up their tally by 1 minute 19 to go. And this has been all Greek Squad so far in this series. Well, not in this series, in this game, I should say. So far, Plastered Plats, not too much offense. Their defense isn't bad. They're holding on, but you can only hold on for so long before the pressure finally caves in. We'll see if Plastered Plats can find anything here. Woodsfoil shot on. Nordic Stew with the save. Ball is still up off this backboard. Nordic Stew pops it down. It's going to be a pass. Philandro waiting. Gonna go off the backboard. JD in an awkward spot. Able to get a good 50. Nordic Stew gonna try and get a beat around 1 as JD trying to get another one, but MJ, great counter there. That's a big hit by Dracula. JD Power Power trying to redirect it in again. Can't quite find it. 30 seconds to go. Plastered Plats are in much need of some pressure right here.
Yeah, there has been a very lackluster amount of offense from Plastered Plats. Just can't really seem to get very much going, and they're always just seeming like they're on low boost. I've never seen one of them with full boost yet, or just be able to grab a big boost. But only being down 2-0 with those kind of situations, that's not horrible. But this ball will roll mid. Nordic Stew able to pop it out, but Philandro's there. Reset, almost gets a 50 with JD on the sidewall, and that will end game 2.
Yeah, no, that was a great game from Greek Squad. Completely different from what we saw in game number 1. I feel like game number 1 was a lot more even. In fact, probably should have went to Plastered Plats, but ever since 16 seconds left with game number 1, Greek Squad has had all of the pressure, all of the momentum, and they're threatening a 3-0 sweep here. Plastered Plats, just, I don't know exactly what they're going to have to try and do, but I mean, I guess I was expecting to see less shots than even 4, and that was on the side of JD Power Power and Dracula. Both of them got 2 shots, but on the side of Greek Squad, a completely different story. They have 10 total shots versus 4, and that just is a prime example of the difference in pressure in that game. So we'll see here, Oost, if Plastered Plats can find any sort of answer to this pressure from Greek Squad.
Hopefully. It's looking a little bit rough on the blue side. I mean, this Greek Squad is just building up all the momentum. This is gonna be. I mean, if this were a best of 7, this would be the make or break game. But it quite literally is the make or break game because this is a best of 3 or best of 5 series.
Indeed,
Dracula,
it is. Go ahead. You're chilling.
Yep. Philandro, initial touch brings it to the corner, but Dracula is able to clear it out and get a 50 on Wood's foil. That pinches it across, but it is unfortunately straight to Philandro as he tries to get it back mid. But MJ and Wood's foil both kind of playing off each other. That's a good shot, almost top corner from what it looked like, but Wood's foil a little bit awkward as this ball just bounces. As Dracula might be able to find a shot on a bouncer, unable to find it with Nordic Stew right there maybe for a follow-up, but puts it to the corner instead. As MJ tries to collect, it's beat out by, wow, take over.
And now JD Power.
Struggling,
No, you're chilling. JD Power trying to get something going here. There's almost an own goal. Not quite. Put it right in front of the net. No second man follow up there. Maybe trying to do it himself. Nordic Stew gonna pop it up. Actually, some great pressure here. Gets it up and over Philandro. There we go. Plastered Plats with some good pressure there. You see some of the rotations coming out. That's a great pop from the third man there. I believe that might be his first goal of the series so far. Maybe a second, but either way, a good little pop there. As Plastered Plats in the lead once again, looking a little bit more similar to game number 1. We'll see if they can keep it up. Nordic Stew up off the kickoff. Is that another one? I thought he maybe got it over. It looks like a save did come out. Dracula looking for a shot. Fortunately, can't get great contact there. Saw this yesterday. Maybe Woods trying to get a shot. I saw this yesterday. Dracula actually rocking the watermelon car, and he's not even on Wada Esports. So make it make sense, man. I don't fully understand. Maybe he's just a fan of watermelon. I guess I don't know, but if anything, he should have been on Wada Esports. But he's doing some free advertising for that team, I guess.
Watermelon plants their seeds. I don't know. But Philandro booming this ball down the field. Does get by all 3s. Nordic Stew will try and collect in the corner. Maybe try and get a soul play of his own. He does take it up into the air. Over 1. Will he have a follow? Unfortunately not, as it falls right into Philandro's lap. But both him and MJ are a little bit awkward in the corner, but able to clear it out. JD tries for a reset. Does end up just bumping Dracula anyway. And this ball awkward in the corner with almost 5 players in that one corner, but Nordic with a good bump on Philandro. But this ball remains just sitting there in the midfield, nobody playing it. But JD tries to take control. Cannot beat Philandro, though, to the ball on a follow-up. As this ball just seems to be getting boomed around a little bit.
Might be a chance here for MJ. He's going up off the back wall. A little bit awkward here on the blue side for Plastered Plats. Woodsville looking for a shot, but MJ rotating near post here. Trying to get something going here. Flandro going to center this ball. The net's open for a second. Woodsfoil sends it high. Can't get over that one. Net was open for a second off a great pass from Flandro. Flandro pops it mid once again. JD Bauerpower might find a demo here. Would have almost been a goal, but Woodsfoil able to get a backflip save there. MJ, the big booming clear. He's going to look for another touch. Gets it around one, but might be a shot here from Flandro. He's looking for it. Finds a kind of a scuffed double tap off of the, I don't know how that didn't roll up the wall. Kind of misses the shot, and he just finds himself in the right spot at the right time. Both members from Plastered Plats can't find contact, and Greek Squad tie it up.
That's insane. Holy. Able to get a by two and then follow up on his own shot while he's still up in the air. And MJ, over one, tries to find his own double, can't quite find it. As this ball just will roll in front of the net. All three players awkward, and Flandro will find his second of the game.
Man, oh man. Greek Squad, again, turning up late in this game. Well, not late, but getting closer to late in this game. As they get two back-to-back goals here. And man, JD Bauerpower, Dracula, and Nordic Stew, they just can't catch a break here. Every time they find some success, Greek Squad just immediately answer back with one and more. Both times, games 1 and 3 now, it's just...
Oh, what a duke!
Oh, a dookie! A dookie is what you need if you're Plastered Plats. And JD Bauerpower gets it done. Who is this? MJ. Absolutely dookied on.
Maybe I'll clear some of the momentum. Reset the game a little bit. 2-2 with a minute 30 left. Oh, that was almost a bad kickoff out of Greek Squad, but this ball floating mid in front of the net. Flandro's up for a shot with a bouncer that finds a top shelf.
Yeah, you can just see it. You can see it on JD Bauerpower's face. It's just like, give us a break, man. It's just like every time Plastered Plats does anything good, it's Flandro or somebody just there to just completely shut down any momentum that Plastered Plats have. They just have not been able to get any sort of good feeling going in this game. This might be an open net. Luckily, JD is there. Passing play, Nordic Stew looking midfield. JP Bauer going for a demo. And this ball could be dangerous. This could be a 2-goal lead. Woodsfoil looking for it. Nordic can't find it. You see Plastered Plats go all out there. JD going for a demo. And Greek Squad capitalizing on that mistake. And they're up by 2.
That's such an unfortunate miss out of Nordic Stew. If he just tapped his brakes a little bit and just slowed down, he would have had that save.
Hard, for sure, in that situation. This might be another one. MJ gonna bang this off the back wall. JD Bauerpower puts it up off the side wall. Trying to just play keep away here. Nordic Stew gonna come flying in. Maybe a fake. JD Bauerpower might be able to get it around one. Rings it off the crossbar. They're gonna need that goal back if they want a chance here. The pressure's still gonna be on, though. Nordic Stew, good first touch to himself, looking for one more, puts it towards net, but it's not a lot of power. Is able to get a bump, though. JD gonna pass this to himself, gets it around one. I can't see what's gonna go on. Rocket League, help! Can't quite see what's going on. Looks like we actually got a Rule 1 in midfield all of a sudden. Camera cuts away and it cuts back. And we got two guys kissing in the middle of the field, right? 30 seconds to go. Plastered Plats desperately need a goal soon here, Oost.
Yeah. Flandro taking it to the ceiling, trying to shut down any hope that Plastered Plats may have. Oh, with a musty almost on. And JD trying to take control, does get demoed for his efforts, as MJ will try and take it, but on low boost. We'll see if he was able to do much. Nordic Stew shutting down anything that might have been thought, but as we're in the dying seconds, this game does seem pretty much over already. Nordic Stew maybe trying for a clip of his own, unfortunately bumped out of the way. As the Rule 1 was broken. Nope, there it is. I thought MJ was part of that Rule 1.
Yeah, and that's if you're Dracula there, that's like the worst way to lose, bro. You're just like sitting there watching for like the final 30 seconds. Oh man. But Greek Squad get it done in 3 games, which is insane. After that first game, I thought maybe we kind of jinxed it a little bit there, Oos. But I mean, I thought we were gonna see a 5-game series there. But it doesn't go that way. Greek Squad actually 3-0 sweep as they stay now undefeated and looking like one of the teams to beat here in Div C.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely had more positive thoughts for Plastered Plats than what was shown today. They definitely looked more solid, but I guess they'll have something to talk about if they ever do a replay review.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Something wasn't linking.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt like they had good moments, right? I mean, you saw them able to get, a couple goals here and there. It was just those immediate answer backs. I feel like this is kind of almost a mental series for Plastered Plats. It felt like they couldn't just never get anything going, right? The moment they score, it's an immediate answer back, right? And that's so hard mentally to stay in it when it's like that. So I do think mental played a pretty big part of this series, but either way, Greek Squad are the winners here. We're gonna go ahead and bring them in for a winners interview here. But welcome back, 2 nights in a row, boys. Greek Squad. I don't know if we've had this, especially in a week number 1. You get 2 back-to-back days on stream, and you're in this casters call for a winners interview both times. So huge congratulations. Game 1 was close, but ever since that, I think it was like 16 seconds to go in game 1, it was just pretty much dominance from that point on. Philandro, how does it feel to be 2-0 to the start of your season?
Pretty good. I started out this way last season too, and
did you?
I didn't getting along with my team here pretty well, and I mean, just for the couple days we've been playing, we're already getting better together.
Yeah, no, I can definitely tell you guys definitely have some good chemistry. Just solid rotations, not making a lot of mistakes. And then obviously another question for you, Philandro. I think the statement of this series was in game number 1, 16 seconds to go. An insane backboard read from you ties it up with 16 seconds to go. Obviously, you get another one right after. I think it was MJ, gets another one right after. But I think that goal right there was the key moment where everything shifted. Walk me through that moment.
Well, shout out that training pack, backboard reads or whatever it is. I've been hitting that one pretty hard because that's kind of where my game gets rough, is reading those. And I hit that shot, I knew we had a chance, and it was a good feeling.
Yeah, love to hear. I mean, like I said, you're gonna have to watch that one back. It was an exciting moment for us casters on the booth as well. I mean, an insane shot. So kudos to you for hitting that one. I'll toss it over to Woods Foil here. I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to really talk to you much. I think you were doing a fantastic job of facilitating a lot of these goals and offensive plays. Especially for Philandro and MJ here. Walk me through your role on this team so far through 2 games.
Well, I mean, want to win, want to make land, obviously.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, yeah. But I'd say during that game, I think our game plan coming in was just kind of lock down Dracula. I seen him last season. I kind of felt he was probably be the same. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, if you watched, I don't know if you got to watch last night their performance, but Dracula had a standout performance yesterday, and I think you did just that. I think you guys succeeded in doing what you just said, locking him down. Don't allow him to pop off like we all know he can, and I think. Probably a key component to your guys' success here tonight. But I'll toss it over to you, Oosh. Do you got any questions for these boys?
Yeah, I suppose I got one for you, Woods Foil. I don't know if this is really covered by what World just asked, but it seemed like almost whenever anything happened on the field, no matter what, like if it was a miss from one of your teammates or a bad play from the opponents, you just always seemed to be there. Like, is that just like part of your gameplay for just playing the game whatever, or like is that just like part of what the team wants?
Well, back in the day, I played with my high school friends, and they were very aggressive, and I usually had to cover for them whenever they were unable to make the play. So kind of got used to that kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Hey, well, that helps out in the long run. I think it did here tonight. I got a question for you, MJ. We talked about it in the pregame lobby. Obviously, Dracula is a former teammate of you. Obviously, you won it all last season. Are you feeling sad that you had to beat your previous teammate, your championship buddy, or are you feeling good that you were able to take him down?
A little sad, not gonna lie, but so how that's just how it goes. And just like they were saying before, respected his game and just tried to play from what I remembered if he was the same player that I remember, and just use that to help us win the game, hopefully.
Yeah, no, and I think I was going to ask you if that calm, to shut down Dracula, is that from you knowing what he's capable of?
Not really. It was actually suggested by these two, and I just confirmed their suspicions.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, MJ, how many? Well, one last question. How many? Do you have 2 championships now, or is it more?
it's just two.
It's 2. So both you and Dracula.
Yeah, me Raptor and Jive, and me Drac and Jammin.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So both you and Dracula have a couple of championships under your belt at this point. So it's fun to see that matchup. So like I said, boys, you guys played fantastic tonight. Game 1 seemed close. Maybe Plaster Plats could have won that one, but ever since from that moment on, it was all you guys. So huge congrats. You guys are now 2-0 on the season. You get a little bit of a break now until next week. So with that being said, one final congratulations and good luck next week.
Yep,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up our second series on the night. It's going to be Greek Squad in a dominant fashion, defeating Plastered Plats. My prediction technically right, half of it right. I mean, I thought it was going to go 4 games, but I mean, I got the team right, so that's got to count for something. So technically, I got the team right in both my predictions tonight. We'll see if I can go 3 for 3 because we got one more series on the docket tonight. It's going to be yet another Division C matchup, which we will be getting to shortly. But Oost, I want to give a final thank you to you for hopping on the desk with me once again. Any final thoughts before we go to an intermission?
No, thanks for having me, but I suppose I should do K-Tool's job for a little bit since he won't be on the desk, I don't think, for a while. But use creator code DCRL in the Epic Item Shop.
There we go. Always use it. Yes. Yes, like I said, a fantastic second series. We do have one more on the night, though. It's going to be Coops Cuties versus Roger. 2 teams that we have yet to see on the stream yet, so it's going to be interesting for me and hopefully all of the rest of the viewers here, who I hope stay tuned because we are going to be going to a short 10-ish minute intermission while I get things set up on the back end for our final series. Like I said, another Division C matchup, Coops Cuties and Roger. So please stick around and we'll be right back after the break.